tonight is for you to ask questions and look at these concepts and give us your suggestions. It is not my decision. This is a city commission decision on what will happen. Our job as Parks and Recreation professionals is to bring new ideas and new amenities to the city, and it is the city commission's job to decide whether or not they want to move forward. So yes, all input makes a difference. That does not mean that everybody gets everything they want. That's the way a democracy works.
Obviously.
Okay.
I live on this side of Big Street, so it's a unique piece. Initially, it was like coming right into my family room.
I'd love to have that in my backyard. I'll tell you. Besides the mosquitoes.
You would.
Not this.
To protect the women.
Oh, that'll. Yeah, but you think if you're bringing from how much? They said anywhere from 40 to 45,000 people. I think that's a low number. They'll give you a low number. Just like that Woody quote.
Golden shot of the Highland Rec. On that second plan, or number B, to this point right here, from this first house, it's approximately 200 feet, between 175 to 200 feet away. It's a lot closer than any of the others. Also, this will set a precedent to where any zip line, if they darn well would want to put anything like this in any city park, anywhere, we're fixing to set a precedent in this city that zip line companies will do it, because they can say, we did it here, we can do it anywhere.
Like she's doing.
We can do it here the same as we can do it in Central Park, the same as we can do it in Central Park in New York. In Central Park in New York, you've got a big open area.
And she's comparing our 4 acres to 835 acres.
Right. This right in here is the area that's proposed versus the 16 acres that this is sitting on here.
And no residential.
And no residential. Period.
Is that what Swiftmud owns, or who owns?
No, this is true. This right here, no, Swiftmud doesn't own it. The city of Largo owns this. This is the Largo Nature Preserve, which is on the south side of East Bay. This park right here is the restroom area to that park. This is a power line that runs down through. I've contacted several different general contractors who develop and build buildings throughout the whole state of Florida and the southeastern United States. I asked one question with no holds barred. How close can I build to a power line, a high tension power line? 10 feet. 15, depending on where it's at. Okay, if I was to come 20 feet off of this, I know very good well I could put something across the lake if I needed to, in either direction. This right here is a golf course, running up and down through here. The apartments, if you want to say where there's a condo building that sits right here, that condo building sits probably from this retention ditch, pond, or stream, whatever you want to call it, back over this way is about 125 to 130 yards. So this right here runs back into the backside of the Largo Library. This is all open field. This area right in here this is all open field. Yes, you do have some townhomes here.
Is it still by my house?
No, here's yours over here.
What is this?
This is an all open field. This is there's a an old Winn-Dixie grocery store over here. All of that is vacant land that is owned by the city of Largo.
The city of Largo owns it.
The city of Largo owns that. In the deed from Swiftmud, it says that this property cannot be used for a gun range, it cannot be used for hunting, it cannot be used for a sports complex, or a sports field of some sort. We were told by Ms. Burns that this is not an amusement park. That was the other thing that you could not use this for. You could not put an amusement park in here. So, by law,
put an
They could
amusement
not
park?
put an amusement park in here.
But we can put an amusement park in our backyard?
It's not an amusement park, but it's not technically an amusement park.
So it's an amusement park, we put it here, but it's
No,
not an amusement park.
You can't put an amusement park in here either. So
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
She doesn't want to do it
She
here,
doesn't-
so this
as far
becomes
as
an
I know,
amusement park. But to put it here, it's
to
no
put
longer an
it
amusement
here,
park.
the only difference is that you'd have to shuttle people from this point to here. That's all you have to do. You'd have to have some type of bus shuttle to go across. This right here is the Highland Rec. Oh, that is the Rec. This is the Highland Rec.
Where's the parking?
The parking, it's right through. This is the parking comes around through here and up through here.
Will they improve the parking?
We don't know. It's kind of like this. The
Can
parking
they put parking over here?
There's parking here. There's parking. You have a restroom area here. There's parking here, and in where there used to be a driving range over here across the street where this racetrack gas station is. In behind the racetrack gas station, that's all vacant land. I don't know who owns it, but if somebody wanted to say, okay, we need more parking, there's a place to park. The city of Largo owns that. Okay, if the city of Largo owns that, they
And there's
don't have.
also a 5-mile kayak path already on.
Right, and there's also kayaking that they do. There's also in this, somewhere in right here, there is a kayak launching place to where people can, because you can basically kayak from here all the way down to Lake Seminole. That was put in by the city. Well, actually, it was an Eagle Scout.
I didn't even know it was there.
From this building into this lake. I've talked, like I said, I've talked to three civil engineers at Swiftmud about all of this, and I've looked at this from two different perspectives. So that's the reason why I say I'm not looking at it from I don't want it in my backyard. I don't want it in my backyard because. And
Has Swiftmud approved this yet?
Swiftmud they don't know nothing about this.
But I thought I just heard that Swiftmud has to approve as well, so Largo City Council.
What they have, as far as the approval goes from Swiftmud, is they have to file for permitting from Swiftmud to be able to put the towers in. In February of this year, somebody put in the paperwork for permitting, but it was soon withdrawn. They don't know what that paperwork was for. The other thing about this location is an open park. It's open all the way around. There is no limited access to this park, period. This park, you can have limited access. There's one way in here, everything else, you can throw a chain across there, you can lock it down.
Do you know if any of those other parks are like that, only have a limited access?
All the other parks have limited access. You have to go through a gate. This park here, what they'll have to do is they will have to go in every night and they will have to raise up any type of primary apparatus to get it above, let's say, what a 32-foot extension ladder could reach. Because my question people look at me like kind of like my rocker, but I do have a very serious question. Who's going to stop that 17-year-old kid after he goes to see his first James Bond movie and stop him from doing his impersonation of James Bond across this lake at 2 o'clock in the morning? I know it might sound a little sarcastic, but
someone raised that at the last meeting, and they said that the method you use to get up to the platforms and the trees, they take that equipment down. So there's no way to get
So we
up.
set these up 20 feet in the air. I'll open up a company in December to sell 21-foot ladders.